Good morning. Oh, I am tired today. How are you? Hope you're alright. I'm really struggling this week. Don't know why. I'm just absolutely exhausted. And my hair has got a mind of its own. It will be what it will be. If you're new here and you're sat watching this thinking, who is this woman babbling on about being tired and her hair being a mess? Hi, I am Jenny and I am a crocheter and a spinner based in North Yorkshire in the UK, and this is my podcast where I talk about what I've been up to and any plans that I've got. It is, at time of recording, just gone 10 a.m. on Wednesday the 12th of March. Time is rocketing on. By the time this goes live, in fact at the time that this goes live, I will be on a train on my way down to Norfolk to go to East Anglia Yarn Festival. I'm so excited. Cannot wait. I'm nervous as well about the travelling. I don't normally go very far on my own, and I am travelling all by myself this time. And there's train changes, and I've never been to Norfolk, so I don't really know where I'm going when I get there and all that sort of thing. But it is still in the UK. Yes, it's a few hours away, but if I get really, really stuck somehow, if everything goes horribly wrong, Kelvin can come and rescue me. That is my husband, if you're new here. He can come and get me out of any scrapes if I desperately need him to, so it should all be fine. And I am really excited about the festival. I'm just going to the Saturday, I'm going down Friday, staying overnight. Yarn Festival all day Saturday, staying overnight again, and then coming home Sunday. My little boy Ned, he's 8, nearly 9, and he is absolutely devastated that I'm going away for the weekend. He'll be fine while I'm gone, but he had a proper little meltdown about it on Sunday night, I think, at bedtime. He's gonna miss me, and that's lovely, and I'm gonna miss him too, of course, but this is important to me, and honestly, I'm so excited to go. I'm hoping I can meet some other crafty YouTube folks while I'm down there. We'll see whether I'm brave enough to actually say hello to anyone, if I do recognise people. And hey, if you... I suppose it'll be too late actually by the time you see this. No, it won't. If you see this on the Friday or the Saturday morning, and you happen to be going and you spot me, please do come and say hi. I'd love to meet you. That'd be amazing. I've gone off on a tangent already, haven't I? Let's try and be a little bit more focused and get on with why I'm actually here. So, as ever, there will be notes, links, any information I think is useful in the description box under the video. There will also be timestamps for the different sections of the video, so if you want to skip anything, revisit anything, and so on, it should be nice and easy for you to do that. I might end up splitting this depending on how long I end up rambling on for. It might become a 2-part one if I remember to do that. You'll already know if I have, because it'll say part 1 in the title to this if I have split it. So we'll see. You will already know if you are watching this bit now. I'm not planning to do it in any kind of structured way. If I do split, it will just be, I'll reach a certain point and go, right, I'm stopping. And I'll do a tiny little wrap up, and then I'll start a new video and literally just carry on where I left off. If I do that, I shall release them both at the same time, so you haven't got to wait if you're in the zone and you want to keep watching, then you can just go straight to the next one and carry on. And I will put, again, this is all ifs, buts and maybes at the moment as I'm speaking, but if there is a second part, I will link it in the description to this video, and there'll be a link back to this from the description for the second video. Does that make sense at all? Who knows? I am, like I said, I'm very, very tired. It's a time of the month kind of thing, I think, so it's fine. I may also have a sinus infection. Joy of joys. Right, I think that's it for the intro. I think I've said everything I need to say, and I've rambled on for long enough, so let's crack on with projects, shall we? I've got quite a few to show you. There's going to be a lot of throat clearing and sniffing and generally being a bit gross today. I will cut out as much of it as I can for you. I apologise if any makes it into the edit and you can see it, because I hate it when people cough or sniff or anything like that in a video that I'm watching. It just really, no, it makes my skin crawl. So I hope I've managed to cut any of that out. I hope. Okay, on with projects. I have got a couple of finished things and some works in progress. I think I have actually brought up everything I'm working on for once, so let's crack on, I guess. The first thing is actually 2 things technically. Well, in fact, if I'm being really technical, it's 4. But I think that's probably pushing it a little bit. I think I showed you last time that have been making some new socks for one of my sisters. These were supposed to be for her birthday last year, back in September, and as ever, late. I did get some done for Christmas, and then one of the pairs that I made her didn't fit properly, so scrapped that pair, and I've made her some more. I've actually ended up making 2 pairs. Yes, I showed her some choices of yarn, and she couldn't decide between this blue and this yellow. So I did both. So she's got a pair of blue socks with yellow heels and yellow socks with blue heels, and she can wear them as matched pairs or do a mix and match kind of thing. They're both the same pattern, they're both the same, both got the same ankle height. They're just little shorty socks for her. I think that's what she prefers. Happy, really happy. This is a pattern you will have seen me use before. It's tried and tested for me. It's the Watson Waffle sock pattern. Lakeside loops. I think I shall pop all the information on the screen somewhere for you. And the yarn is of course from Vicky Brown Designs. Let's see if I can show you the lovely waffly pattern on the front of these a bit more. A bit better. There we go. I do love it. They work up so quickly. They show off variegated yarn really, really nicely. And these have just got a gentle variegation in them anyway. They're not too what am I trying to say? There is colour variegation in it. You do get a bit of colour pooling going on, but it's not too obvious. It's quite subtle. I'm not normally a yellowy kind of person, but I really, really like this yellow colour. Gorgeous. It's kind of egg yolky. What was I going to say then? Yeah, I have used other yarns with this pattern, and it always looks great. Doesn't really matter what you do. So very, very happy. Hopefully my sister will be too. And yeah, we shall see. So I'm going to see her actually at the end of the month, And I can give her these. And they look tiny, but she's got really small feet. She's really small generally, bless her. Sorry, Charlie, if you're watching. No, she's gorgeous. On Mother's Day, she and I and our mum and my sister's little girl, Ivy, are all going to go out for lunch on Mother's Day at the end of the month. So I shall give her these then. And I've got some socks for my mum actually as well that I still need to give her, again, from last year. So yeah, very sock heavy day. Looking forward to it, can't wait to see them. It's been too long again. It's always too long in between visits. Yeah, socks complete. Finally. Hopefully that's it now. And I can get back onto making socks for me. Okay, finished project number 2. I am so happy with how this has worked out. It was a bit of not a huge gamble. I was pretty sure it'd look fine, but I wasn't 100% certain how well I would be able to execute it. This is I've decided now that I've done one, this is the start of a new range of products that I'm going to be making and selling, and that people can commission from me, because it's lovely. I put it up on Instagram yesterday afternoon, last night, evening, whatever, at some point yesterday. And I've had some lovely comments already, and yeah, I'm so pleased. Just look at this. I hope that is all in shot. Yes, it is. Just about. It's a mandala cushion, and it like wraps around the corner. That was the tricky bit. Really, it's getting that right. And also the fact that I've hand sewn it. I'm not a particularly talented sewer. My crochet skills are much better than my sewing skills. But I've done okay. It's secure, let's put it that way, and it's not too much of a mess. So yes, I shall be making many more of these, is my plan anyway, in all the different colours, all the different patterns that I can find that I like. Yeah, so how I've done it is I've crocheted the mandala, and then I have literally hand sewed it onto a pre-existing cushion cover, which I have got a little pile of, so I've got some ready and waiting to make a bunch more. A long-term plan, I think, is to get different coloured cushion covers as the background, possibly to get some sort of slightly higher quality fabric and make my own cushion covers to then sew these onto. I don't know about that. That's very long term, because I'm not again, yeah, sewing is not my strong point, even with a machine. So that, we'll hang fire on that one. But if I don't do that, if I don't make my own, I might start sourcing some different cushion covers. These are just, I'll be honest, they're cheap. Is it polyester? I think. I mean, they feel nice, they're nice and smooth, but they are cheap cushion covers. I got a pack of 10, I think, for less than 20 quid. So not expensive. And it'd be nice to have some different fabric options, different textures. Obviously I want to keep the colour plain, so it makes a nice background for the mandala, but just have some different textures going on behind, I think might be good. Yeah, I am fired up about this, I really am, and I've started my second one already. Yeah, it's just, I just love it. I really love it. This will be going up in my shop today, by the way. so by the time you see this, it will be there, unless someone's already bought it. Or the listing will be there either way. Ooh, that's a bit pokey. I might just need to secure that again. Yeah, I literally just need to work out how much I'm selling it for. And then I can list it. So I should do that after I've recorded this video, in fact. Ooh, hello, there's another slightly... No, it's fine. Stop criticising it. It's fine. I just found a couple of bits where it's... yeah, sewing around the edges hasn't gone quite as well as I hoped. And I did make a mistake in the pattern, which is fine. And the vast majority of people won't notice. So I'm not going to point it out. It is visible in one of the pictures on Instagram, but I'm not going to point it out. But yeah, I love this. So happy with it. So happy with it. And yeah, I will be making more. Many more, in theory. Let me know, actually, which colours you would like to see this kind of thing in. I have, a fairly good range of colours that I can use that I've already got in stash at the moment. So let me know what you think. And I probably ought to do a purple one, oughtn't I? Because that's my brand colour. Maybe I'll do that after I've finished the second one. I'll do a purple one after that. We'll see. Yeah, I love it. Okay, as ever, I am doing these in no particular order, so it's kind of just whatever comes into my hand next. I was just making sure I hadn't forgotten anything. Right, this one kind of ties into the spinning section, which I will do a bit later on. But I'm going to show you it now because the words have gone again. What I'm about to show you is crochet. This will all make sense in a minute. So this is a work in progress that is also kind of counting as a finished project because this section is finished. This is my Magical Worlds blanket, which I am making with the fibre from the Magical Worlds Fibre Club by Laura of Folk Yarn Studio and The Lonely Knitter. I think everything's under the Folk Yarn really now, but she is still known as The Lonely Knitter on YouTube, so there we go. I think I showed you, sneak peek there, I think I showed you January last time. It's the In the Clouds fibre that has become yarn. And I've now added February's on too. Look at it, it's so pretty. So this colourway was called the Tower, and the fibre was 100% Jacob, I believe, which is a type of sheep, so it's 100% wool. And I'll put some pictures up over here of the fibre and how it looked as I was spinning it, just so you can see a little bit of the process. I'm so happy with how the colours have come out. Now, I'll be honest, it's not my best spin, not by a long shot. It's really uneven. There's thick bits, thin bits, there's over twisted bits. It genuinely feels a little bit crunchy in places because I have overspun it and then over applied it, possibly whatever. The twist is all wrong basically in a bunch of places, but I was most concerned with colour management for this fibre because it I wanted to get this stripe going basically, and I have done. So I'm really pleased with that. The colours have separated out really well. We've got nice long stripes going, obviously because I'm working this corner to corner using the lemon peel stitch, I think. Again, details will be on the screen. where was I going with that statement? Because I'm working corner to corner, obviously each row is longer than the last one, so we haven't always got a full row of colour. You know, the stripes are, I don't think they're all going to be the same length, the same width anyway. Oh my goodness, come on brain. But they are distinct stripes of colour, and I am so happy with that because, well, yeah, it's the first time I've done that, basically. So I'm really proud of myself, despite the fact that the spin is a bit rubbish. But this is very much a this whole blanket, every section is going to be different, the fibre is different every month, the colours are going to be different every month. Because the fibre is going to be different every month, I'm basically going to be learning how to spin that fibre each time, unless it happens to be one I've used before. So, you know, the spin is going to be a bit uneven throughout the whole blanket. That's okay. It's already at a pretty decent size. Actually, I can't fit it all in screen. Just if I lean right back, and I can, oh, there we go. I can just get it all in, I think. Other way, that way. Still not quite. And I'm only on Feb. So the March fibre will be coming through towards the end of the month, I believe. So once I've spun March and then crocheted it onto here, we'll see how big it's looking, and I will decide at that point whether I'm making 2 6-month blankets or 1 12-month blanket. We shall see. Obviously, again, because I'm working corner to corner and each row is therefore longer than the one before, the sections will get narrower, I think is what I mean. As I go, you can already see, you know, that's January is okay, it's twice as wide as Feb, so there's going to be a lot of variation in section width, let's put it that way. You know, March will be narrower again, and you know, it is also affected by the spin, how fine I get the yarn. I don't want it to be too fine. I want to try and keep it at roughly a DK weight. These are both quite a heavy DK, kind of bordering on Aran, so I'd like to try and get to a more definite this is DK that I'm spinning, but I don't really want to go any thinner than that if I can help it, because if I do, this end of the blanket will be really thick and dense, and then the other end will be really like loose, so it'll feel a bit weird, but we'll see how I go. Like I say, it's experimental. It's only ever going to be at home. This is a project for me, and so it doesn't really matter if it's really inconsistent. But yes, no more progress. You know, so far, okay, I'm only 2 months in, but so far I'm keeping up with my goal of getting each section finished within a month of receiving the fibre. So I'd like to keep up with that, but we'll see how I go. Some parts of the year are busier than others, but it doesn't take too long to work up, so hopefully I can stay on track with that. I do need a bigger bag. This one is very full already, so I need to move that into a different bag. Again, another job for when I've finished here. Right, quick drink and a time check, and we'll see what's next. Right, I'm already on about 25 minutes, and I've got quite a bit more to talk about, so I think this is going to be a 2-part episode. So I'll talk about a couple more bits and then I shall stop. I can't remember if I mentioned now when I was talking about the socks my sister that now that I've done those, I can get back to making socks for myself. Guess what I've started doing? I started making socks for myself. Excuse me while I unzip this. I'm sorry, by the way, for the fact that if I touch my desk, noises, it's horrible. The mic on my camera, I think, picks up a little bit too much sound. Sorry, I've got hair stuck to my face, I know what's going on. I did try and play with my separate microphone before I started recording, and I just couldn't get it to work properly, so I gave up. I will try again for next time. Anyway, socks. I'm making myself a lovely pair of stripy socks. Just using up some scrappy leftover bits of yarn that that I used for other projects, various different colours, and just using them as they come, basically. There we go. Socks in progress. This is a new pattern to me, one I have not used before, and so far I am really enjoying it. It uses the extended single crochet stitch, that's in US terms, and I don't like single crochet for like a whole project because it just gets really dull. The toes are single crochet. Extended single crochet is much nicer. And it, just because it's that little bit taller, it's got one extra yarn over in it, if you are a crocheter and you know what I'm talking about, and that it makes a really nice texture. Actually, I'm really enjoying the texture. See if that will focus for you and you can see. Ignore the toe. These stripes here, I love it. You can see it quite well up here. Really, really nice, and feels lovely as well. It's quite smooth. Where was I going with that? Yeah, I'm having a lot of fun, basically. I'm really enjoying. I think the fact that I'm striping them as well is helping it to feel like they're working up quickly, because yes, it's the same stitch all the way through, but that colour changing brings in some variation, which you will know if you've been here for any length of time at all, that I need things just to change a little bit every now and then. If it's literally the same stitch in the same colour all the way through, I will get really bored and not want to work on it anymore. So yeah, changing up the colour is helping to stop that from happening. I think the majority of the yarn that I'm using for these is from Vicky Brown again, just because that's what most of my sock yarn is. It's mostly from Vicky Brown, and there is a couple of other bits and pieces as well, but it's all just leftover scrappy stash bits. And this will have been on the screen already, but just to quickly say, the pattern is, I have written it down, it's the Quokka Socks by Susan Sands on Ravelry. It's a free pattern and I can highly recommend it. It's, move things, stop touching things so there's less background noise for you. It is written in such a way that you can use it for any yarn, no matter whether it's a fingering weight, DK weight, chunky even would probably work if you were careful. I think she recommends anything from fingering to Aran. It's absolutely fine, because you do have to do a gauge swatch, but only a little one, it's fine, it doesn't take long, and you have to do that because you need to know what your stitch gauge is, so that you can then do a little bit of maths that she, it's simple maths, it's easy, and just plug the numbers into basically a little formula that she's done to work out how many stitches you start with, what your stitch count around the foot of the sock is going to be, how long you need your sock to be, all of that kind of thing. So have a feeling that this is going to be another favourite sock pattern. This is probably going to be one that I use quite a lot. I'm already thinking I've got some self-striping yarn in my stash of sock yarn. Would be fun to work it up in that, I think. So we will see. And I've also got some DK yarn that I made a pair of socks with a little while ago. I've got some more of that knocking around. So I think I'd like to do a DK version of these socks as well. I need to finish this pair first. What else was I going to say? I think this pair is going to be a little big, despite having done my gauge swatch and done all the maths. But that's okay. I've decided, right, fine, never mind. If they're a little bit big, they'll just be house socks. It's, you know, it doesn't matter. And they look like they're going to be really big, but I have been trying them on because they worked from the toe up, so I can. And yeah, I think they're just going to be a tiny bit too big. I don't think they're going to be too bad. So we'll see. I shall report back when I finish them. Right, one more quick one, and then I'll stop and we'll split things. I just wanted to give you a quick update on my rainbow shrug that I'm making. Just because I have actually done a fair bit of work on it since I last spoke to you, so I can actually give you an update. It's still just a rectangle of fabric at the moment, but I've done the stitch marker thing that all us YouTubers, crafty YouTubers do. That is where I was last time I spoke to you. I have done all of this since then, so I'm very happy with my progress. I love the again, the colour change. You know, we had another big colour change. We were very purple last time I spoke to you, and we're red and merging into orange now. And yeah, getting towards the end of the yarn. I've just got this bit left. So hopefully, you know, I'm going to keep it in my pile of active works in progress and keep working on it, sort of chipping away on it every now and then. And hopefully I'll have finished this part of the process fairly soon and can think about how I'm going to actually turn it into a shrug and what yarn I'm going to get for the border and the cuffs that I want to do. I think I'm going to buy yarn from the same place so that I know it's definitely compatible. And I'm thinking at the moment that I'm going to try and get a like this purple. I'm going to try and get that colour and use that for the border, and might get black because, you know, I do wear a lot of black. But I think the purple will work quite well. It sort of goes with all the colours. There are maybe not so much with the orange when I get to that. Although, hang on, let's test it, shall we? Yeah, contrast, but that's okay. It definitely goes with the red, and it definitely goes with the blues, because purple always does. So, so I think purple's a good choice for the edging, for the border and the cuffs. We shall see. I haven't decided yet. I was thinking I'd need more of this rainbow yarn because I wasn't sure it was going to be long enough. I'm still not certain, but I'm thinking that actually it might be okay, especially because, you know, this is going to be a spring, summer, warm weather garment. So I'm going to want like elbow length sleeves anyway. I don't want long sleeves on it. But anyway, we'll see. I shall finish working up the yarn I've got left, get it as long as it gets, and we shall see. This is not using a pattern. I've just made up the stitch pattern myself. It's very simple, just a simple repeat. I will probably write it up at some point. If at the very least I'll write it up in the Ravelry project page, so you'll be able to find it there. I may write it up as a pattern, possibly at some point. Right, I'm going to move this stitch marker along so that you can see next time how much progress I make between now and then. Just pop it. Ooh, no, don't split the stitches. Don't split the stitches, just hook on nicely. There we go. Right, popped it there at the top. So yeah, hopefully next time I shall be able to show you lots more progress on it. See if I can get to the end of this yarn, see if I can get that much done. Because although it is only March, the weather is starting to warm up already. I did the school run yesterday. I don't often do it anymore, just circumstances have changed, but I did the school run yesterday afternoon and I did not need a coat. So I'm still really cold, like sat at home during the day, but if I'm out and about anywhere, I'm like, you know, I don't need a coat anymore. I run quite warm when I'm walking. Right, I have got, I think, one more project to show you, but like I said, I'm going to split here and I shall talk about the last project and a few other bits and pieces in a second video, which will be linked underneath this one. Thank you for watching thus far. If you have watched to this point and you're intending to watch the next one, whether straight away or later on, do me a little favour and just pop a rainbow emoji in the comments. I meant to make a note. One of you did it last time. I did this last time. I asked you to put an emoji in the comments if you'd watched to the end. I can't remember who it was. I'm really sorry, but one of you did it and I'm so happy. Really made me smile. So yeah, do it again. It's just a really quick and easy way of me seeing how many people are actually watching and whether or not you find it at all interesting. So yeah, thank you for watching this video and the note. Oh my goodness, I was hoping I'd get through the last bit without stumbling over my words again, but no. The second part should already, by the time you're watching this, should already be up and ready for you to watch. I shall link it underneath so you can watch it straight away or come back to it whenever you're ready. Okay, and I'm going to crack straight on and record that.